Fashion don't make any sense. I mean, like, when did people start caring? It used to be that you were cold, so you killed a buffalo and put on his fur. You think those guys were trying to look stylish? Then I suppose for a long time it was about wealth. Crazily enough, at one point it was difficult to get things. And I wonder if people wore stuff just because it had value. Not because it was comfortable. You just had to show all the peasants that you were the one in charge. But it kind of seems like everybody wore the same thing until it feels like World War II. Anybody white collar wore a suit and a hat. Blue collar guys wore trousers or overalls and shirts. Women's clothing was historically conservative, long dresses, stockings, and everybody looked the same. But nothing really crazy happened. Then the 50s showed up. People started experimenting a little bit, but it didn't get wild till the 60s. And before TV, I imagine it was pretty difficult to get a fad in fashion to spread. And really that's all it's about, right? Is making money. But typically there's no rhyme or reason to what's cool in fashion. It just seems like something happens. One day somebody puts on a pair of crazy boots, or puts their hat backwards, or like crisscross in the 90s, puts their pants on backwards. There's a time in the 90s when Michael Jackson wore his underwear on the outside of his pants. That one never really caught on. But it seems like the more outside the box that you go with your fashion choice, you have the potential to be cool in that moment, but it's not gonna last. You can look back on pretty much any era and go, oh my God, what were we doing? And I think most of it is just an attempt to distance yourself from whoever is before you. You don't want to wear what your parents are wearing. And unless they're weirdos, they don't want to wear what you're wearing either. There's this thing that happens once you reach a certain age or a certain feel, you can't wear what young people wear anymore. It looks like you're trying too hard. They can see right through that desperation. I think that's how you know that there's a new guard that has moved in, because you look at young people and you're like, what the hell are they wearing? They're wearing pajamas to school? Why has everybody got the same red flannel pants? Why they're wearing pajamas? And there's this weird confidence you get when you're a kid and you wear something. You could look ridiculous to most of the world, but because you are young, you have cool points. You're carrying with you some sort of magical juju and you don't even know it. Or maybe you do. And you're young and you feel invincible, but you also don't realize how insecure you are. And there's this level of satisfaction when you get into your 30s or 40s where you become safe with yourself and you become happy with yourself and you don't give a fuck anymore. I mean, nobody can teach that to you. That's just time. That's life experience and battling demons and dealing with crappy bosses and crying babies and the deep disappointment of everyday life. When you're a kid, you get crushed at most things. You think everything's supposed to go your way. You think you're supposed to win the game and get the trophy, get the high score. And the more you move through life and you don't get all those things, that's what being an adult is dealing with disappointment. But fashion is exciting, right? Everybody loves getting a new shirt or a new pair of pants. Everybody likes feeling good, strutting down the street, or getting a compliment on the way they look. But I guess we don't really know how or why you like something. You just kind of spot it and say, I want to wear that. And then maybe it fits right. Maybe it accents your shorts or your sunglasses. Or maybe your wife checks you out and says, God damn. And you're like, I'm going to wear that shirt every day. It's exciting though. And I'm excited to see where it goes. I know one day I'm going to look back and go, why did I wear that shirt with the 3 little buttons on the top? What was I thinking? Or maybe in 20 years it'll be cool again. What do you think?